The internet is buzzing, not with your everyday gossip, but with a digital storm of speculation, secrets, and shocking claims. And right in the middle of this whirlwind, Mendeecees Harris. Yes, the same Mendeecees who's always played it cool. Composed, discreet, and far from the spotlight. But that calm just shattered. A series of leaked screenshots and viral threads hint at a covert DNA test, and the alleged results? Nothing short of explosive. Fans are losing it. And the name echoing. Through all the chaos, Mena. You remember her, the one who once dropped cryptic clues, throwing subtle shade and claiming she knew more than she dared say. Now everyone's wondering, was Erica right all along? This isn't some throwaway tabloid story. It's the kind of drama that wrecks reputations, rattles families, and turns timelines into battlegrounds. Word is the test was conducted behind closed doors, hidden even from those closest to the situation. And when the truth surfaced, it didn't land quietly. Feelings flared, some relationships fractured. Not everyone walked away from that. Confrontation without scars. So what did the test reveal? Why keep it a secret? And where does Erica fit into this unraveling puzzle? Brace yourself, because the way this story unfolds will have you second-guessing everything. It all began with a cryptic post that barely survived online for 10 minutes before being scrubbed. But 10 minutes was all it took. Fans snapped screenshots, shared them, and picked apart every syllable. The post didn't come from Mendeecees himself. It came from a burner account, which many believe is tied to someone within his inner circle. And then came the line that ignited the wildfire. Sometimes the truth hurts more when you've been living. A lie. Speculation spread like wildfire, but things didn't really detonate until a grainy image of a DNA report surfaced, one with Mendeecees' name barely legible at the top. That's when the questions came fast. Why would Mendeecees go behind closed doors for a DNA test? Wasn't everything picture perfect between him and Yandi? Weren't they living the blended family dream? Apparently, that dream may have had cracks all along. According to unnamed insiders, doubts weren't new, and they weren't one-sided either. Both Mendeecees and Yandi had been quietly questioning things for a while. What looked like harmony on Instagram may have been masking a storm long in the fire, making rumors swirl about simmering tensions behind closed doors, old flames and past dramas quietly fueling more conflict than anyone cared to admit. And one name keeps resurfacing amidst the whispers, Mena. Fans remember her not just for her chaotic history, but also for her knack for stirring the pot, whether on purpose or by accident. But this time, Erica wasn't the instigator, or at least not outright. Months ago, during an Instagram live session, she dropped a cryptic line about men who play the role of devoted fathers just for the cameras. Back then, many dismissed it as mere shade, maybe a jab at Safari. Now, with the recent leak shaking things up, her words are being looked at through a whole new lens. Was she quietly dropping clues all along? Was Mendeecees the real subject behind her veiled comments? The plot thickens when you realize Erica and Mendeecees share a tangled past. Not romantically, but through a web of mutual friends and overlapping chaos from their love and hip-hop days. They often crossed paths at shoots and events, and sources claim their encounters weren't always cordial. In fact, during one intense moment off camera, Erica supposedly overheard a conversation that changed everything. Insiders say she caught Mendeecees speaking with production staff about hush-hushing rumors and shielding reputations. That incident reportedly left Erica wary, and watching Mendeecees closely ever since. Meanwhile, beneath the glossy surface at home, things were far from perfect. Yandi was juggling it all, the kids, her businesses, and a husband who, according to those close to him, had started drifting into a different, darker space. Mendeecees had grown emotionally distant. Close friends noticed his late-night phone calls, sudden, unexplained trips, and long, solitary hours locked away in his studio. Yandi didn't want to believe something was wrong, but the signs kept piling up like a silent storm. Then came the breaking point. A mysterious envelope slipped. Through their door, marked private and confidential. Inside, Yandi found a lab request confirmation, Mendeecees' name stamped across it, and a pending paternity test. That same night, she confronted him. According to someone who claims to have eavesdropped through a closed door, the confrontation was explosive. Heartbroken and furious, Yandi demanded answers. "Why would you do this behind my back?" She yelled. Mendeecees, caught off guard, tried to soothe the storm. "I just needed to know," he said quietly. But Yandi wouldn't back down. "Needed to know what? That our family isn't real? That I've been raising a child thinking it was yours and you didn't trust me enough to tell me?" The tension was suffocating. Emotions overflowed, but nothing got resolved. By morning, Mendeecees was gone. "Not forever," he texted, just needing space. For days, no one knew where he was. Rumors flew. Some said a hotel stay. Others whispered about a trip to Atlanta to meet someone linked to the test. But the truth was darker. Mendeecees was unraveling. This wasn't just about betrayal. It was the crushing weight of what the test could mean for his identity, his family, and his future. He'd always been proud of being a man of integrity, a father first and foremost. Now, what if that image was shattered beyond repair? Online, fans were divided. Some backed Mendeecees, arguing he had every right to seek the truth. Others condemned him for going behind Yandi's back. One user tweeted, "You don't do something like that in secret. If you trust your partner." If the roles were reversed, Yandi would be dragged through the mud. Just as the online firestorm began to cool, another leak hit. This time, an audio clip. Distorted and clearly recorded without permission, but unmistakably Mendeecees' voice. And that of an unknown woman. In the clip, Mendeecees said, "I wasn't sure anymore." The woman replied, "You think this will..." And then the recording cut off. The mystery deepened. Nothing was adding up. "Do you think this will blow up?" the woman asked in the audio clip. Mendeecees' voice was steady but heavy as he replied, "It already has." The revelation stunned fans. This wasn't just idle gossip. The audio confirmed Mendeecees' deep doubts, his secret actions, and his awareness that the fallout could be devastating. But despite the buzz, the biggest question lingered. What did the DNA test actually say? Was the child truly his, or had they been living a lie all along? Whispers claimed the test was taken weeks before the first leak, and the results had been quietly handed to Mendeecees through a third party. The catch? No one had seen any concrete proof. No clear screenshots, no official statements, only a blurry photo and now this damning audio. Insiders close to the family hinted the results were unexpected. One source, speaking through a family friend, revealed the test showed a partial match, suggesting the child could be related, but not a direct son. This revelation only fanned the flames of speculation and uncertainty. Meanwhile, Mena took to Instagram, posting a cryptic story that read, "Told y'all I wasn't crazy. Silence is loud. No names, no hashtags, no explanations. But..." Everyone knew what she meant. Her inbox flooded instantly, fans begging for answers. "Erica, please don't leave us hanging," one wrote. "How long have you been sitting on this tea?" another demanded. Yet Erica stayed silent, watching the chaos unfold without pouring gasoline on the fire. Her timing seemed almost too perfect, like she had been waiting for this moment all along. And Yandi? She vanished from social media altogether. No posts, no stories, no live videos. Her last share, days before the leak, was a simple photo with her children captioned, "Peace over everything." Now, fans wonder, was that a subtle warning? A quiet signal that the storm was near? Just as fans scrambled to piece together timelines and theories, the drama took another twist. A private message leaked from a well-known fan page famous for unearthing behind-the-scenes secrets. The screenshot appeared to come from a former Love and Hip Hop producer's account. The message read, "You think the test was about one kid? There's more to this than y'all know." And with that, the plot thickened once again. That single line flipped the entire story on its head. Suddenly, fans weren't just focused on one secret DNA test. They began speculating that Mendeecees might have taken multiple tests, each tied to a different child. The narrative shifted from a moment of doubt to a sprawling saga of concealed truths. Rumors spread like wildfire. Some insiders claimed Mendeecees had been approached years ago by a woman alleging she had his child. Back then, he reportedly dismissed it as a clout chase. But now, whispers said this woman had returned, this time armed with legal papers demanding proof. Others speculated she wasn't new at all, but someone from Mendeecees' past who had stayed silent for years to protect his current life. Either way, social media erupted. Could Mendeecees secretly be the father of a child no one knew about? Just when fans thought the story couldn't get messier, an anonymous update popped up. A father's name on a birth certificate had been changed to Mendeecees Harris. Shock rippled through the fandom. The timeline felt too precise. First the secret test, then the leaked audio, and now a birth certificate. It seemed like either a carefully orchestrated takedown or a devastating collapse of a polished public image. Meanwhile, Yandy's silence on social media only raised the stakes. Critics accused her of hiding the truth. Hashtags like "Justice for Yandy" and "Nauer Yandy News" began trending. Then, one of Yandy's closest friends, who runs a beauty brand and often collaborates with her, tweeted something that was soon deleted. "She's hurting more than you know. Y'all don't see what happens behind the scenes." That only poured gasoline on the speculation fire. Was Yandy the real victim here? Or had she been carrying these secrets long before they exploded online? And just when everyone thought things couldn't get any more intense, Lil Scrappy dropped a bombshell. Yes, that Lil Scrappy, a figure with his own tangled history with Mendeecees through love and hip-hop. In a 2-minute Instagram live, he didn't name names, but his hints were heavy and unmistakable. "I told my man years ago, you're playing with fire when you don't handle your business," Lil Scrappy said during his Instagram live. "You can't just sweep stuff under the rug and expect it not to pop back up." Fans instantly connected the dots. Given Scrappy and Mendeecees had filmed together multiple times, many wondered, did Scrappy know more than he let on? Was this a subtle warning all along? The drama escalated sharply when a woman claiming to be the mother of Mendeecees' alleged second child went live on Facebook. Wearing sunglasses and clearly nervous, her message was firm and unyielding. "I didn't want this public, but I'm done being silenced. He knows the truth, and he knows that child is his." Her live video lasted just 12 minutes before being taken down, but not before it was screen recorded and shared widely. The response was fierce and divided. Some rallied behind her, while others accused her of fame-seeking. Yet one fact was undeniable. She had proof. She shared blurry photos, old text messages, and even what appeared to be child support documents, with most details blurred except for one name circled boldly in red: Mendeecees. Everything reached a boiling point. The very next day, gossip blogs reported that Yandy had officially left the family home, taking her children to stay in a hotel. An anonymous neighbor said movers arrived late at night, hauling boxes out. "She didn't say a word, just watched them work," the neighbor said. "She looked exhausted, like she hadn't slept in days." If true, it meant the damage went far deeper than fans ever imagined, and maybe it was beyond repair. Mendeecees, meanwhile, remained silent on social media. His quiet response was deafening, and for many, it looked like a sign of guilt. Behind the scenes, though, sources say he was frantically trying to regain control. He was reportedly meeting with lawyers, drafting statements, and even considering a sit-down interview to set the record straight. Someone close to the situation claimed Mendeecees suspected the leaks were coming from within his own circle, someone with access to private info and a grudge to settle. But the fans weren't backing down. One Twitter thread exploded, meticulously tracing a timeline of events with screenshots, interview dates, and receipts stretching back nearly a decade. The thread's closing line hit hard. Mendeecees built a life on secrets. It was only a matter of time before it all came crashing down. Thousands liked, retweeted, and commented. Some even recreated scenes from the drama in TikTok videos, turning this real-life chaos into primetime entertainment. The internet had officially claimed Mendeecees' scandal as its own, and there was no turning back. Meanwhile, Mena posted again, cryptic as ever, and fans were convinced her message was a direct shot at Yandy. Don't protect someone who wouldn't protect you. The caption accompanied a black and white photo of Erica gazing off into the distance. No names mentioned, but the timing was too perfect to ignore. Fans begged her to go live and spill everything, but Erica stayed silent, letting the mystery and speculation do the talking. Amid the chaos, a long-forgotten interview resurfaced. Years ago, Mendeecees had opened up about fatherhood, saying, "Being a dad changed me. It made me want to be better. I'll always be there for mine." Those words cut differently now. For some, they were proof of a man trying his best. For others, they felt like a bitter lie. Hypocrisy from someone who'd deceived fans and maybe even his own children. Just when the mess seemed too tangled to get worse, another audio clip surfaced. This time, it featured Yandi crying, her voice raw and broken. "I trusted him, I defended him, and now I'm the one left humiliated." The clip was heartbreaking. Even loyal fans of Mendeecees began to switch sides. The pain in Yandi's voice was undeniable. The family was fracturing before everyone's eyes. The public was watching every fracture unfold in real time. Those close to Yandi say she's leaning heavily on her support network, but feels a deep, unexpected sense of betrayal. "It's not just about the kids," one insider shared. "It's about trust, loyalty, everything they built together." With each passing day, new pieces kept surfacing, more photos, old messages, and whispered secrets from the past. But amid all the chaos, one question still hung heavy. What did the DNA test actually reveal? The leaks created a fog of partial truths, but there was still no official word, no signed documents, no legal confirmation, just endless speculation. Yet, people closest to the drama acted like they already knew the outcome. Had they seen the results firsthand? Or were they reacting to something far deeper, something emotional and personal that no paper could ever capture? As the internet split into camps and rumors swirled, an unexpected twist dropped late one night. An anonymous blog posted a grainy photo showing Mendeecees meeting the woman claiming to be the mother of his alleged child. They were outside a restaurant, not in a heated argument, but calmly talking. The image was blurry, taken from a distance, but it set the internet ablaze. Why would he meet her if her claims were false? The caption teased, "Exclusive, Mendeecees spotted having private dinner with mystery mother. Is this the confirmation?" Suddenly, the conversation shifted. It wasn't just about the test results. Anymore, fans began questioning his intentions, his honesty, and whether this quiet meeting was a sign he was privately accepting a truth he'd been publicly denying. And what came next? Even more shocking. Within hours of that photo going viral, yet another bombshell hit the internet, this time an email leak. The message, allegedly exchanged between Mendeecees' legal team and a third-party testing lab, contained key phrases like expedited, results, client confidentiality, and non-disclosure agreement. No names were directly mentioned, but the timing and details left little doubt about the subject. It confirmed what fans had been whispering for weeks. Mendeecees had taken the DNA test in secret, and the results had been in his possession long before the public caught wind of any drama. But the email held a darker note, buried within the legal language. Our client understands the implications of this result and is exploring options to manage the media fallout. For many, this was a gut punch. If genuine, it meant Mendeecees knew the truth all along, and instead of being upfront, he was focused on controlling the narrative. The backlash came fast and furious. Even longtime fans started questioning how someone could hide such a huge secret while keeping a calm, collected front online. Then, after weeks of silence, Yandi finally spoke out. Not with a press release or a flashy statement, but in a raw, heartfelt video posted to her Instagram story. No makeup, hoodie on, sitting in what appeared to be a hotel room, her voice trembled with emotion as she said, "I just want peace. I've been through so much over the years trying to hold my family together, but sometimes the truth breaks through, no matter how tightly you try to hold it all together." She didn't call out Mendeecees by name, but her message was unmistakable. The pain in her eyes and voice told a story of shattered trust and a world turned upside down. The video spread like wildfire, shared by blogs, fan pages, and influencers alike. One well-known celebrity gossip blogger remarked, "Yandi's silence spoke louder than Mendeecees' lies." Now that she's finally speaking, it's clear she's done playing the loyal wife. Speculation ran wild. Some thought her message was a sign she was gearing up for legal separation. Rumors swirled that divorce papers might already be in the works, though nothing official had surfaced. Just when it seemed emotions had reached their peak, the story was about to take yet another unexpected turn. The storm wasn't over yet. Suddenly, a cousin of Mendeecees, someone close to both him and Yandi, went live on TikTok and dropped a bombshell of his own. "Everybody acting like they shocked," he said, pacing back and forth. "This ain't new. It's just finally coming out. We all knew there were questions about that child. Hell, some of us even told him to take the test years ago, but he didn't want to stir things up. Now look, everything's falling apart." Fans were stunned. If even family had doubts, how deep did the secrets really go? The cousin didn't stop there. He hinted at more women, more stories, and secrets the public hadn't yet heard. "This ain't the only one," he said cryptically. "People better buckle up because this is just the beginning." Viewers flooded the comments, begging him to spill more tea, but he abruptly ended the live, leaving everyone hanging on a cliff. Then, the moment that changed everything arrived. The actual DNA test results were leaked. No more rumors, no more speculation. Someone, no one knows who, posted a scanned copy of what appeared to be an official paternity test. The document showed the names of the alleged mother, child, and father. Next to Mendeecees' name, in bold red letters, was the damning confirmation: probability of paternity, 99.7%. It was the kind of proof that silenced even the loudest defenders. The truth was out. The child was his. The fallout was immediate and intense. Blogs scrambled to update headlines. Fans flooded comment sections with shock, heartbreak, and disappointment.